There's another thing I want to add. I'm not gonna leave you without talking about it. Michael Jackson. Okay. Do you still love Michael Jackson? People listening to this, actually, when I met Melissa is actually we met in London. It was 2009, I believe, 2009 or 2010. It was at the O2 Arena. I went back to my picture trying to find a picture. We spent a whole day together, but trying to find a picture. I couldn't find any picture with you. There's a group picture I used to the other side. I was like, it's funny. I don't know. We
Yeah.
never had a picture together. But yes, she used to be a Michael Jackson fan. Love Michael Jackson. Still?
Tell you what.
Are you still?
Yeah. Why did I choose Ivory Coast?
Because
Because of
you told me something about Michael Jackson years ago. I don't know if it was you. It was like, oh, you know about this song. I think it was
oh, well,
Herf's song. It was you, right? You told me about Herf's song.
no, Michael Jackson is in my heart. You're
Oh,
kidding?
that's cool. Because I was a bit confused. Like, oh, because I think you told me about Herf's song. I think while you was singing Herf's song, it wasn't about this. It was about that. I don't know if it was you that told me that before. So it wasn't you that. So yeah, she's a Michael Jackson fan. I knew her that time. I met her in London, and that's when we met actually. And you went to Ivory
I'm,
Coast, and as people tell me about the story, what is the connection between Michael Jackson and
here's the
Africa
thing.
and
As you
Ivory
can,
Coast? Yeah,
as you can tell, I am very passionate about history. I've always been. I always
yeah,
been passionate about history. I always knew that Michael Jackson had a ceremony in West Africa, and that his ancestry was from West Africa.
yeah.
And I knew he was in Ivory Coast. Like I just knew I had this image in mind, like he had this ceremony and stuff. And when I arrived in Abidjan, and I'm like, yeah, I want to go to Krenjabo because that's where he's from, Akan Empire, da 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 da. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, he's from fucking here. And people didn't even know. And I actually fucking went to Krenjabo to meet the king of Sanui and says, I am a Michael Jackson fan. I came here to pay my respect. Yeah, and I went and I met the town, and he gave me he was shocked. He gave me a huge book about the history of the Sanui kingdom, and yeah, yeah, yes,
Um,
yeah.
so
Michael houses here and there, but he has his palace. He has his palace, the Sanui Palace, and so I asked, and I actually got a chance to meet the king, and he has his Akan outfit and stuff, and I had to bring some liquor. It's the tradition.
yeah.
And yeah, so I met, and they were speaking in Ani, which is their language, and there were like some protocols and stuff, and blah blah blah. And same, he was like, "Who's this white chick? Like, is she from Paris?" I was like, "I'm from Nigeria."
White chick all
Like,
the time.
and yeah, and then I said, "Well, I'm here because I'm a Michael Jackson fan," and I knew. So he told me he came in February '92, and the president at the time wanted him to go to Yamoussoukro, which is like a big city with like a huge church and stuff. And MJ actually said, "No, I want to go to Sanui." Like
Oh,
he
okay.
actually insisted on going to that village and stuff. So when he arrived, they did the full ceremony, and they crowned him as a prince of Sanui. And he did an interview there, and he said that hearing the music everywhere, the drums and stuff, he was like, "This is it. This is where I'm from. This is the origin." And yeah, and it was like a huge event in Ivory Coast, '92. Like it's fucking
Wow.
30.
Michael Jackson was like,
He was ahead of time. Yeah, he was, because now, like they said it to Samuel Jackson, Idris Elba, they are doing those DNA tests, and they
yeah,
claim Liberian nationality, Gabon nationality. Michael Jackson, he did that 92. He
yeah.
knew.
Time ago when people don't even think about it. People wasn't even give a fuck
And I
about
was actually
Africa.
surprised how like local people in Ivory Coast didn't know that. I was like, no, his ancestry is from here. And it's our heritage. We should own it. I was like, Michael Jackson, like this talent in music and dance, it can only be African. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like let's keep things right.
I mean so they actually spoke to you and everything. And what happened when Michael Jackson passed away? Because I know like people did, it was like they was crying, and if I saw a video that time.
He actually asked the king, the actual king of Sanui now, who's like King Fifth. Yeah, he actually asked the family and made a request to have the prince being buried back. So like, whoa.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a bit too much.
yeah. But it's like it's a poor kingdom now. Like it's not necessarily maintained and stuff, which is a shame because there's such a huge. I'm a marketeer. Like I can build up a story here and have all Michael Jackson's fans coming around.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely.